So today I want to talk about reasons to hire a financial advisor, reasons that you might want to hire or work with a financial advisor, and maybe reasons not to hire a financial advisor, or better yet, expectations you might have of a financial advisor, and maybe some expectations that maybe you shouldn't have of a financial advisor. First, I think it's important to hit on, things that you might not expect from a financial advisor, or reasons not to hire a financial advisor. And that would be hiring a financial advisor with the intent that you're going to beat the market consistently. I think that's something that is pretty common, that people might have a first expectation, especially if they're just starting to work with an advisor, is, hey, maybe this advisor can help me beat the market. There are countless data, there are countless studies out there that show a large gap in investors' actual returns compared to, say, a stated return on a prospectus or a fact sheet. In other words, most people aren't going to see a 12% return printed on a sheet because they wouldn't be or weren't resolved enough to get through all of the pain and all of the horrible times that were involved in getting to that return. It's highly unlikely, according to most data, most studies, that that's going to happen, that someone is going to beat the market consistently, and probably no advisor is going to consistently do that either. The other thing is there's a saying, it's kind of grotesque, but there's a saying that says pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. And basically the idea that the second thing that maybe you wouldn't want to expect from advisors to try to beat returns, because the amount of risk that an advisor or yourself, if you're doing it yourself, are going to have to take in order to try to beat the market is very large. It's an enormous amount of risk over just an average risk that you're going to have to take. And when you do that, and a person does that, and they come up to a situation like 2008 or a situation like 99 and 2000, that can be detrimental and end very badly, especially if you're close or in retirement. So those are maybe some reasons not to hire a financial advisor, or reasons that expectations that you might not want to have of a financial advisor. Let's shift gears for a moment. Let's talk about reasons that you might want to take on or hire a financial advisor. That advisor being able to help you achieve consistent returns over a long period of time that are going to help you achieve your long-term goals would be a good reason to hire an advisor. And an advisor who's going to work with you to help you build a financial roadmap, put together a financial plan, and also politely hold you accountable on an ongoing basis to help you achieve those goals that you've set. That can be a very useful thing that you could expect from a good financial advisor. A financial advisor who's going to help you help guide you through some of those big financial decisions that you face in life. An advisor that's hopefully going to help you avoid costly mistakes by helping you manage emotions. Basically being an emotional counselor, without a degree probably in counseling, but on having the experience to help walk you through some of those times that we invariably have in the markets, where you're going to need someone to hold your hand, walk you through it, help get you through to the other side, hopefully unscathed. Also, an advisor can add value by being there to help guide you in the right direction on all things Medicare, all things Social Security, estate planning issues. Not that an advisor is going to be an expert or necessarily completely qualified to recommend those products or give the final guidance, but be able to serve as a point person or a quarterback to help you navigate all of those areas and point you in the right direction to the right professionals. Also, when you're going through somewhat of a difficult time, when you've lost a loved one, and you're trying to figure out how to structure accounts, how to make sure that things are done correctly so that you don't cause more harm by making wrong financial decisions or structuring accounts incorrectly. Those are the things that an advisor can bring to the table and really help solve some of those more complex issues that you're facing beyond just total return. Not that returns aren't important, not that advisors like myself aren't trying to deliver good, consistent return, but just avoiding some of the biggest risk out there and helping get people through investing unscathed and hopefully unharmed as possible.